Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is our April update for a deck of panning. This is by far my favorite panning project that I have done, and this is my second year doing this, and I don't know why, but this one gives me a lot of joy. Not only do I get to play with my cute little Mickey cards, but I get to roll in so many different products that maybe I've forgotten about, or maybe I just, for whatever reason, am not using. Today we're going to talk about the products that have been rolled in previously, see if I have used any of them to my usage goals, and then hopefully roll some things in. Deck of Panning was started by Emily from Emily and Max. If you would like her information, as well as all the other nitty-gritty details and my own personal intro to this year's project, I will have that all linked below. We are once again playing with lighting and playing with location, trying to find the perfect lighting and filming setup. How do we like this one? I don't know. It's a little bright, but I kind of think it's necessary. All right, let's talk quickly about what I am wearing. On my eyes today, I am wearing this palette from ColourPop. This is the C-3PO Star Wars palette, and I will have a shorts video posted probably next week showing you how I made this. I'll just get a little closer in so you can see it a little bit better. So if you want to know how this one was made, that'll be up hopefully soon. On my lips today, I am wearing things I will talk about in a little while. So I have my notes. We're gonna go down the list, starting with things that were brought in further back. The first thing we're talking about today is something that was actually rolled in the very beginning of this project for this year, back in January. This prompt was to hit a pan, and I said I wanted to hit a pan in either the All For You shade or the tabloid shade in ColourPop's Bare Necessities palette. I only dug into either of those shades 2 times this last month, so I have not made any progress. So that puts our total uses at 22, and I'm not at a pan yet. So this is staying in. Next rolled in February from ColourPop's Play It Jewel palette, we had rolled in the shade Crown with a goal of using it 10 times. Honestly, I thought that that was going to be really quick, really easy, because it's a beautiful shade. From February to March, I only used it 3 times. From March to April, I've only used it an additional 2 more times, putting me at only 5. So this is actually staying in. We're not making some good progress, which is shocking because I used a lot of makeup this last month, but I think it's because I've been working on some very specific projects, so I haven't really been digging into my panning stuff, unfortunately. But let's see, maybe we will roll something out still. In April, we pulled a 4 of Clubs, which was a focus product, and we rolled in the Studio Makeup Tinted Moisturizer. I had a goal to use this up, but I was going to track how much was left, because this had basically nothing left, or at least it felt like it had nothing left. It said that there was just stuff here and some left here. And guys, I used this 5 times in April, so not as many as I probably should have, but honestly, I only expected there to be at the most 5 uses left in this, and it's still going. It's definitely, this amount is getting much closer to the end, so it's not finished yet, so this has to stay in, and I will continue to use it until it's gone. Next, we pulled a 3 of Spades, and for last month that equated to the prompt Cities, and so I brought in the Ofra Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick. This is just a small sample size. This is in Verona, and that is what I am using on my lips in combination with the Ofra Cosmetics Chestnut. I said in that video when I pulled it in that I wasn't sure how it was going to go because it seemed pretty dark for me, and as you can tell, it is a very, very dark color, but I actually really enjoy it. I unfortunately didn't start using it until a couple days ago, so I've only hit 3 uses, and my goal was 5, so I do have to keep this one in as well because I need to hit 2 more uses. So guys, that brings us to only one last update. Do you think we're rolling anything out? I didn't do so good this month. You know, sometimes we just have those months. But the last roll-in I had was the 7 of Hearts, which was the Balm Prompt, which is Black-owned makeup business. And we rolled in the Juvia's Place Volume 2 blush set, and I had a goal uses of 10, and I could use it either way. So I could use either of the colors 10 times total. I could use both 5 times. I could use one 2 times and one 8 times, or however it came to be. It just, this palette needed to be used somehow a total of 10 times. Guys, these colors are stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm gonna swatch them for you. I love these. The pink one I don't love as much, just because I'm not like the biggest pink blush person, but there were some looks that these worked really well for, and then I really enjoyed combining them. You're probably not gonna get the full look of it doing it as a swatch on my finger, but I will try. Yeah, you can kind of get the gist of it. So the top one is the 2 colors combined, and then the other 2 are just the separate colors. Absolutely loved this one. My favorite from Juvia's Place is, I believe, the Volume 6, and then having an orange that's more this tone rather than that bright orange. It was fun to play with and perfect for springtime because it's not overwhelmingly orange. I am wearing on my face today both the blushes just mixed together, and as you can tell, it leaves a beautiful color there. I do feel like I did a little much, and I tried to fix it a bit, especially up here. I don't know what happened, but it's fine. It's cute. I like the color. So like I said, this had a goal of 10 uses, and we hit that. We hit that so easily. We've used it past those 10. I stopped tracking after 10, but I've used it every day this last week. So I'm probably at closer to 15 uses. I'm so glad I got this rolled in, because honestly, I hadn't been using it because that pink just wasn't calling my name. So I'm so glad that this got rolled in and that it's getting rolled out. So we have 1 roll in, unfortunately only 1. I like to have a lot more than that, but next month I'm sure we'll have a lot. Just a reminder, I also pulled last month the Ace of Spades, so I do still have that. That one is a get out of jail free card that stays out of the deck until I need to use it. So we're grabbing our cards, making sure that ace that I pulled is put to the side so I don't get it pulled again. And then I'm just gonna do the quickest little shuffle. We are most likely only pulling 1 card unless we pull a card that the board says we need to pull a second card. All right. What am I hoping for? Let's see. So I have some eyeshadows, I have some blushes. I still have the lip product and the foundation. So I think I'm hoping for either a highlighter or, well, I guess the blush is getting rolled out. So a highlighter or a blush would be good, or even a bronzer. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. All right. I have the board up here for me to look at, and I will put it on the screen somewhere. All right, the one and hopefully only card we are pulling today, that is an 8 of clubs. Okay, let's see what that corresponds to. So every month the face cards stay the same prompt, but the rest of the numbered cards change prompts. So the 8 of clubs is influenced. Okay, so I'm assuming that means I need to pull something that I was influenced to buy. Does that mean by an influencer? Does that mean by a creator? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go look through my collection, figure out what I've got, figure out what I need to do, and I will be right back. Okay, so we pulled influenced, and honestly thought that was gonna be a little harder to figure out just because I was like racking my brain of what have I bought that I've been influenced to buy, that I wasn't already like wanting to buy originally. And as I walked into where I have my makeup, it dawned on me so like, duh. So it's an eyeshadow palette. It's from a brand that I had only at this point, I believe, tried one palette that I found at TJ Maxx from. So I liked the brand-ish, but I didn't know if I loved the brand. And there's just a palette that was released that I initially was like, that's cute, that's a fun idea. I don't need it at all. I do not need it, I do not want it. And then I saw so many swatches. Not the swatches from the company. The swatches from the company kept me on my, I don't need that, I won't wear that. But the swatches that I saw the influencers do, all different influencers, all different levels of influencing, some who had it sent to them, some who bought it themselves. I saw it swatched with so many different backgrounds and so many different color settings that I really got to see it. And every single time I saw it, I fell more and more in love with it and knew that I had to get it. And it is a purchase I'm actually very happy I did. And that is the Glamlite Garfield palette. First off, yes, from the very beginning, I thought this was adorable. 100% adorable. But it just wasn't looking like a color story I would really care to use much because there weren't many colors in there that I felt like I would use that often. Look how cute the palette is, okay? Yeah, so like I bought it thinking, oh, or like initially I was like, okay, I would totally use the oranges and the reds occasionally. The pink, no. That bluish, I don't know. Guys, when I say that getting this was one of my favorite purchases, I am not lying at all. So this one was definitely something that I was influenced 100% to buy, but I am not regretful of that. And I'm glad I was influenced. So I have to figure out my goals because I already have some other eyeshadow palettes in here. They're not the full palettes, but they are shades. So I need to figure out my goals. So I was influenced by this whole palette. There wasn't a specific shade that just drew me in. So I think I'm gonna keep it simple because I do gravitate towards this palette. I do use this palette. I like this palette. There are a couple shades I haven't used yet. So I think what I'm gonna do is the shades that I haven't used yet, I want to use 2 times each, and then I just want the rest of the gold to be used each of the other shades 1 time each. Okay, that way I get a little bit more progress. I can make some more looks with this, and I can try those shades that I haven't used yet. So let's see, it looks like I haven't used, let's see if I can put this up here. So I haven't used this one up here, the Nap Attack. I shockingly haven't used Weekends. I thought I had, but it really doesn't look like I have. So I'm gonna say that I haven't. I also haven't used Heart of Gold. I do have that type of shade in other palettes, and that's probably why. And then I haven't used Donut Please. And I haven't used World's Cutest Kitty. And I haven't used Mondays. So those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those 6 shades I need to use 2 times each. And then all the others I want to use just 1 time each. I think hopefully as long as I get through some of my other projects that I have scheduled, I shouldn't have an issue hitting that goal by next month. But we'll see. We'll see. If you want to see some looks made with this palette, let me know and I can definitely add that to a project to make as like a shorts or something, or maybe a multiple looks with 1 palette video. I haven't done one of those in a long time and I really miss that. So maybe we'll give that a chance in this lighting. So that is my update. That is my 1 new roll in. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, let me know. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and leave me a comment. Tell me what your thoughts were initially and what your thoughts are currently of this Garfield palette from Glamlite. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in a video very soon. Bye-bye.